and welcome to Quarantine, a very special graduation edition. We're so excited to have you join us for Emily's graduation ceremony, so let the festivities begin!
Hooray!
Hooray!
Thank you, President Percy. I think I speak for all my fellow graduates here at Zoomsonville University when I say it's truly incredible that we made it this far. Transferring is a challenge by itself, but transferring to online classes during a global pandemic and not failing any of those classes is truly a remarkable achievement. We are all incredibly grateful to have survived this life-altering experience.
And now we'd like to present the award for Outstanding BA in Theater Design. Presented to Sam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I have no idea why I'm receiving this award, but I'm truly honored to be receiving it. When they weren't mailing things to old addresses or accusing me of parking tickets I didn't get, Anderson University has always been very kind to me. I'm very grateful for my semesters there during my Zoomsonville University education. And next will be Mom, our guest speaker.
Thank you. I'm so honored that you asked me to give this speech at this momentous moment in your life. I didn't know where to begin writing a commencement speech. I've never been asked to do that before. And so I remembered in my days of homeschooling, when I didn't know how to teach something, I would look for help. And when I didn't know how to teach writing, I was taught to tell the children what to write until they could figure out what to write for themselves. And so I decided to find some help online. And I found a website with an article entitled 20 of the Best Commencement Speeches of All Time. Surely I could find some help there. Some of the speeches were inspiring. They were the make the world a better place messages. So one speaker said, "Our problems are man-made, therefore they can be solved by man." Another said, "Call upon your grit, try something." And yet another said, "Your job is to create a world that lasts forever." Some called the graduates to make a difference by being better people. So one speaker said, "Err in the direction of kindness." And another said, "Empathy and kindness are the true signs of emotional intelligence." Some speakers were very focused on what might make the graduates successful. So one said, "Be the heroine of your life, not the victim." And another said, "Identity is something that you are constantly earning." And yet another said, "If it doesn't feel right, don't do it." None of these were helpful. I couldn't use any of those speeches. One final, very inspiring speech was done just last year by a man who said these words, "We're going to put a little fuel in your bus." And then he announced that he was going to pay off all the student loans for all the students. Listen, I can't use that speech. We've already been fueling your bus for a long time. It's time to get your own gas. But then, just when I thought this was a hopeless endeavor, I came across these words spoken by yet another commencement speech giver. These words were spoken by Toni Morrison, who is a Christian. She's African American, and she died just this past August. This is what she said: "You are your own stories." Now, this is something I could use because you know how much I love stories. You love stories too. And I love this phrase because it reminds me that we are our own stories. You have been given your very own story by your Creator. You were uniquely created by your sovereign God, who alone has infinite creativity. Regardless how many people ever walk the face of this earth, there will never be another person with exactly your specific abilities or interests or gifts or circumstances. He created you the way that you are to fulfill your ultimate purpose, which is to reflect his glory in all that you do and to know him and to point others to him. Ephesians 2 verse 10 says it like this: "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." So you have spent 12 years being homeschooled, 1 year in full-time Christian high school, and 4 years in college. You still don't have a full and complete picture of what God has in store for you. No one does. It takes a whole lifetime to walk that out and to see what will come. But you are a story that God has already written, a unique person called to do good works that he has already planned. We are so proud of all your hard work, of the really challenging circumstances you have faced with grace and courage, and we look forward to seeing what God has planned for you next. Congratulations, Sam.
And now for the presentation of the diplomas. An email from Kara. Graduation audit. May 2020 graduation application audit results. Congratulations, your application for graduation cleared the final audit, and our records indicate you have satisfied all academic requirements for your degree. From the Office of the University Registrar. Sam! Sam! And our class valedictorian, Sam. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And your medal?
Thank you. Thank you. Before I was even a freshman, when I realized I was going to graduate college in the year 2020, I could not have been more excited. I mean, come on, what better year to graduate? You can never forget that number, 2020. 2020 is also how you describe perfect vision. And as a freshman, I was pretty sure I did have perfect vision. I knew where I was going to be for the next 4 years. I knew what I was going to study. I knew I was going to get a boyfriend and get married and leave college perfectly prepared for a perfect life. I didn't expect to transfer, but I needed to try a different school more equipped to teach me about technical theater. I didn't expect to stop pursuing stage management as my career choice, but I realized that my skill set applies to a lot of fields. I didn't expect to come back to Michigan suddenly and alone to wait out a global pandemic. But there's a different kind of 2020 vision that I have had through all of these experiences, and that all three of my temporary universities, Cedarville, Anderson, and Zoom, have reinforced. God's plan for me, for my universities, and for the class of 2020 has never changed. He always knew exactly where I was going, and he timed all of those transitions perfectly. So I may not have 2020 vision about my future, now or ever, but I have 2020 vision about this. God's plans for me are perfect. They are for my benefit and ultimately for his glory. Thank you for joining me today for my graduation ceremony. I hope you enjoyed this very special week of graduation episodes, and we will see you again on Monday.
Hooray!
Hooray!
We're shaking.
I take up
Right
with my
hand.
left hand and then shake right hand. And
Boom, boom.
yes.
Okay. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Sam! Sam! Oh dear.
Yes.
So it was you were the
I
problem.
screwed it up. Yeah, I
You
know.
tried to- Sam!
I thought we were going over.
Are you sure you guys
I
agree?
can't do it.
Ah, ah. Sam!
14 takes, but we did it.